what is deep learning? So deep learning is nothing but it is a technique for implementing machine learning. So we already saw that machine learning is an approach to achieve artificial intelligence, right? So in the same manner, deep learning is a technique for implementing machine learning. So this is the deep learning. So this is a technique for implementing the concepts of machine learning. So simply, deep learning is a computer software which mimics the network of neurons in a brain. So generally this deep learning is motivated by the brain's structure, that is different neurons in the brain, their interconnections and so on. Okay, so we will be seeing more discussion in the next discussion. So now you can also call deep learning as a subclass of machine learning algorithms. So where these deep learning are having some more levels of complexity, and also deep learning consists of multiple hidden layers in a neural network. So the deep learning consists of neural networks. These neural networks in turn consist of different types of layers, where hidden layer is one of the layers in deep learning we will be seeing shortly. So as a human being, we all learn the information step by step, right? So in the same manner, machines or in machines, the knowledge flows along an extensive sequence of layers. So there are sequence of layers, wherein this sequence of layers, machine is going to learn about different types of concepts. So the starting layer or the first layer focuses on learning more specific concepts, where the deeper layers which are present here will use the information which they already learned from the starting layers, and they try to learn more abstract concepts or more high level concepts. So this procedure of constructing the representation of the data, here you are going to see, is known as feature extraction. So I will just tell you the difference between the machine learning and deep learning shortly. Here we will see the applications of deep learning. So it could be image recognition, natural language processing, portfolio management, speech recognition, robots and self-driving cars. So these are all the different applications of deep learning. So now actually we will see the difference between the machine learning and deep learning. So first, coming to the property of data dependency. So machine learning gives excellent performance on smaller or medium sized data set, whereas deep learning is going to give a good performance on big data set. So if you wanted to use a large data set using machine learning, you may not get the expected performance. So depending upon the data you have in your hand, so you have to choose whether you wanted to use a machine learning algorithm or deep learning. So coming to the hardware dependencies, you can work on a low-end machine. Generally, a laptop could also be sufficient if you wanted to do a machine learning algorithm, but deep learning is not like that. So you require powerful machines, preferably with GPU, graphics processing unit, because this deep learning is going to perform a significant amount of matrix multiplications. So simply having a low-end hardware is not enough for you to work with the deep learning algorithms. So coming to the feature engineering, in machine learning we need to understand the features that represent the data. So if you see here in machine learning, so from the inputs, so we have to understand the features, that is we have to understand what kind of features we require, and then we give this as input to our algorithm, right? But when coming to the deep learning, there is no need for us to extract the features. You may directly give the input to the algorithm, where feature extraction and learning will be done, and you will be getting an appropriate output. So coming to the execution time, so the execution time for machine learning can be from few minutes to hours, whereas to deep learning it may take up to weeks, because neural networks has to compute a large number of weights, because it will be having different types of neurons. Each and every neuron is associated with some particular weight, so it has to manipulate the different number of weights also. And the last but not the least property is interpretability. So in machine learning, some algorithms are very easy to interpret, that is nothing but logistic and decision tree algorithms. Some are almost impossible, which are nothing but SVM and XGBoost. And coming to the deep learning, it is somewhat difficult to impossible, that is the range is from difficult to impossible. So these are all the different kinds of properties on which you can differentiate machine learning and deep learning. So most of us has a confusion. So when to use machine learning or when to use deep learning? Let us say we have got a particular task in our hand. So what kind of artificial intelligence or what kind of machine learning, or should we use deep learning? So we have to get clear idea about, so can we use a machine learning task or can we use a deep learning task for a particular question in our hand? So here comes the answer. So whether you wanted to use the machine learning or you wanted to use the deep learning. So first thing is that you have to consider about the training data set. So if the training data set is small, you can use machine learning. If the training data set is large, you can use deep learning. Now coming to the feature extraction or coming to choosing the features. So in machine learning, so we have to choose the features here. So what kind of features we are interested in. But coming to the deep learning, if you are not really clear about what kind of features you wanted to get from the data, at that moment of time you can use deep learning. So the number of algorithms you have in machine learning are many, and coming to the deep learning, you have a few deep learning algorithms and still the research is going on, and the training time is obviously short because the training data set is small. And coming to the deep learning, the training time is long because each and every neuron is going to learn step by step, and if the output is not as expected, they are going to adjust their weights for each and every neuron. So for all these kinds of operations, deep learning is going to take really a more amount of training time. So the advantage of deep learning over the machine learning is that deep learning is highly accurate. So as I already told you that, so we do not need to understand what features are the best representations of the data in deep learning, because the neural network itself learns how to select a particular critical feature as a promising feature. But coming to the machine learning, so we have to select a particular feature of our interest and then we have to work on that particular data set. So that is what I am going to tell. In machine learning, you need to choose for yourself, so what feature to include in the model. See, as I already told you here, so here in the machine learning, so here we are going to do the feature extraction and we are giving this as input to our machine learning algorithm, where it is going to give a particular output. But coming to the deep learning, feature extraction and learning both will be done by this particular deep learning algorithm. So for that reason, and due to different types of weights in the neurons and all, so and including feature extraction and all, it is going to take more number of time. So this is all about deep learning. So I hope you got a basic idea of what actually artificial intelligence is, so what actually machine learning is, and what actually deep learning is. So what is the difference between machine learning and deep learning? So where we are going to use machine learning and deep learning. Do remember, this is a basic information about what is AI, ML and DL. Thank you. Thank you once again.